Hi Scorpio, the Awakened Dreamer here. Just cleansing the energy as we get ready to do your weekly reading for the week of September. Sorry, September. That might be a significant month for you. Maybe planning for something for September. Anyways, this is for the week of October 25th to the 31st, 2021. I do want to thank you so much for joining me, and keep in mind as we move forward, this is truly general, okay? Interestingly enough, on a positive note, I was told before pressing play or record to split the deck on the Green Witch Oracle deck and show that card, which is success. Okay, feels like there's a true focus on you being successful in a lot of ways this week. But we're going to use that deck for the second one to pull a main focus for the week, and we'll start by pulling a couple messages from the Halloween Oracle deck. Given we're finishing up the week of the month with that holiday, pulling the main part of the reading from the Gilded Tarot Royale deck, and we'll further clarify with our small everyday tarot if need be. Okay, so let's get started. Bear with the background noise. They're building a house right across the street. Yeah, I'm just getting this done for you. Hopefully the audio is improved. As you can see, I got my nifty little microphone dragging my shirt down. Anyways, for my lovely Scorpios for this upcoming week, for October 25th to the 31st, I have this sort of confident, relaxed vibe about you coming through for your energy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of smiling this week for you for whatever reason. Good. I feel like you haven't been smiling enough recently. Okay. For Scorpio, you might find that something's not progressing, but then in other areas, it's like most areas of your life are succeeding or progressing in the right manner, and then there's just one area it's like, it's not moving really quick or at all. Okay. All right. So a lot of remembering this week. Okay. Mischief and play. Remember I was saying smiling? I feel like you're being pushed to enjoy yourself this week, as there is a hint of or an annoying focus on unnecessary fear. Okay. In one way, shape, or form. A lot of memories popping up in your dreams, just in your thoughts. There is a level of risk and reward, my friend, all right? Success is definitely a part of your future. Oh, it's going to be a positive reading. Let's pull the overall focus besides success for the week. One more shuffle. Success and sort of a lot of to do with your rituals, your routine, your connection to spirit and the universe, whether that's positive or negative. It can vary from day to day, moment to moment. For Scorpio, refinement. As well as focus, you might find that you're very, very focused this week, or have been recently, and needing to kind of take away from that focus for a hot second to enjoy yourself, right? To remember that a little bit of that fun and play and enjoyment can put a smile on your face and make it easier to stay focused going back, to whatever you're trying to work towards, right? It can help you produce more quality work. But we're beginning with forgiveness, reducing burden. Very interesting. There's a fresh start that you'd really desire. It's like, I feel like some of you want to take a leap of faith with somebody, or when it comes to work, travel's on your mind. And all the meanwhile, it's like you may be trying to forget about certain desires to travel, and then you see that specific place on social media or something of the sort, or on TV or in a movie, and it's just like, is spirit effing with me right now? Are they trying to push me to do this? Should I just buy the ticket? Anyways, we have the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. You have to forgive yourself for striving for that happily ever after, or there's somebody you feel like you intuitively know is meant to be with you. You could have that, happily ever after with them, but you expect the worst. You compare it to the past, or you can't help but focus on the difficulties that you've experienced with them up until this point, or what could go wrong, basically. This Ace of Swords, you need to sort of passionately go after what you desire. Again, whether it's within this relationship, or potential of which, with a certain somebody, whether it has to do with more your career, For some of you wanting to build a family, okay? You need to forgive yourself for not going after this in the past, or for sort of focusing more so on work and making that a priority, and then maybe your relationship hasn't been thriving because of it, or you never actually went after a specific somebody you were meant for. I need to forgive yourself for going with somebody else when you feel like you should have went with another individual. Wow. Scrying, intuition. I believe I had mentioned your intuition. A lot of you watching a lot of tarot readings, pulling your own cards, purchasing one, right? Going to a psychic, trying to see the future one way, shape, or form, but needing to look within. You have a lot of answers, okay? You may be burning a lot of candles this week. Four of Swords, you need your rest, okay? Or you need to take a step back and figure out what you truly want. Are you confused? Trust your intuition. Death and Three of Cups is a situation that you feel has sort of come to an end with friendships, or it's as if you're pushed to celebrate endings and new beginnings, right? If something came to an end and you want to give it a rebirth with it, or have it be revived, then go for it, right? But trust your intuition. Do you feel like it was meant to come to an end, right? Or a lot of you thinking about friendships as well this week. It's like, who is really healthy for me? As people from the past may pop back up, or you may feel inclined to reach back out to people. Somebody thinking about somebody they've hooked up with in the past. I need to just celebrate and get together with friends, and I feel like you'll get a clear understanding as to what you desire moving forward. There's a level of risk and reward taking place for you moving forward. Remember that success card, I should have taken it out, but feeling as if you do need to sort of pause at certain times and release that need for control. Maybe that's held you back from doing what you want or desire, okay? But you need to refine your routine, the way you've been approaching something, you know? If you've been holding yourself back, refinement on one's habits as well, you know? If you feel like you've been holding yourself back time and time again from what you desire, it could have a lot to do with love, or maybe a big purchase you've been looking to make. Why is that? Okay, you need to sort of understand why, look within for that answer. And I feel like it'll help you sort of refine your habits and move forward in order to sort of acquire what you desire at this time, or sort of gain what you desire, okay? I don't know what I'm doing here. Four of Swords again. Let's pull the main part of the reading. Very interesting. Let me just make sure this is on. Okay. Bear with me. The Four of Wands and the Star at the split deck, feeling things are about to align. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, or have that in your chart. A lot of the times I feel like signs will pop up in a reading and it's like you don't really know all the placements in somebody's chart. You might, but that person might have Aquarius in their chart in one shape or form that you've been thinking about or be wrapped up with, okay? I feel the need to pull. I made some little sign cards, because I should have done that for Cancers too, but love is just a part of your week, or at least on your mind. King of Wands, there's somebody that's very passionate, okay, that's on your mind. This could be your energy, all right, but I feel like you have a Leo, a Sagittarius, or a Aries on your mind, somebody who is a fire sign. I was going to just say fire sign and they made me say Leo, and I felt the need to continue the other two options, the other two fire signs. So like all the meanwhile, again, you do prioritize your money and your career. You can't help but think about it. But it's like the universe pushing you to sort of focus on your love life, for lack of which. What else do we have for Scorpio? I don't know. I felt the need to pull the King of Wands for the spread. We're going to go with just 4. I do like this energy, okay? It feels like a lot of new, fresh energy is on the horizon. You might even be exuding new, fresh energy and kind of confusing yourself all the meanwhile and those around you, but feeling like you do get a little bit of anxiety because you're so used to a certain way of doing things, or a certain schedule, you know, or used to your old habits that you're sort of putting to rest to live a healthier and more rewarding lifestyle. But it feels like all the meanwhile, you're manifesting what you desire, all right? The possibilities are endless for you at this time. Okay, let's pull for this 8 of Wands in reverse. The beginning of the week is quite slow, okay? You might find as if you're stressing yourself out when it comes to not receiving a message from somebody, or you're not communicating with somebody and it's bothering you, okay? It's sort of distracting you, taking away from your focus or the ability for you to have fun. Forgive yourself for not messaging somebody. You might sort of view this connection or lack of which is quite toxic at this point, but it needs to change in one way, shape, or form. It's very spiritually, they're very spiritually guided, you are, or the connection is very spiritually sort of um, guided in a lot of ways, for the good and for the bad. All right, you need to heal from that, all the meanwhile forgiving yourself, them, or um, just for not going after what you deserve. But it feels like you're very abundant, even if you're not receiving or kind of communicating with this individual at this time. Okay, you need to not need that control. We mentioned that before. But with whatever you're working towards financially, especially at the beginning of the week, you're going to feel so abundant when it comes to it. It's going to shine through and people are going to notice you for it. Okay? Feels like a business, a project, a hobby for some of you, or just your job. Let's go back to this King of Wands. Who is this? They command attention. This could again be you, but I feel like it's a fire sign. Eight of Wands. Wow, it's like just as you're sort of stressing over not communicating with them, you start talking to them again. Or you get that message, or you decide to just swallow your pride and message them. Let's pull a sign here. See, I made these little sign. Ooh, Aquarius. Virgo. Okay, what else do we have? Sagittarius, Pisces, and your sign, Scorpio. So it could be another Scorpio, or it could just be you popping up. But we have those 4 signs coming out, interestingly enough, or an Aries. Okay, let me just hold them up so you can see. Very interesting. You'll have to tell me in the comments as to how that pertains to you. So random. I was expecting more fire signs. The only one was Sag and Aries. The one they wanted me to say did not pop out. Okay. Just saying, it feels like you start to speak to this individual or they message you shockingly, or it's like you reconnect in order to understand that it's not meant to be. Interesting. The Emperor. What are you planning? It's just a different vibe to your reading. It's like I almost just said I don't get it, and I feel like that's you feeling like you just don't get what's changing, what's taking place, what's happening, but you just are kind of happy all the meanwhile, for the most part. The King of Swords, there's something you're planning that you're going to need to utilize your wisdom, your knowledge, certain skill sets that you maybe put to rest in the past or haven't actually used. A hobby that you do enjoy will come in handy for your job or for a business you're getting off the ground, okay? A passionate, fresh start that you deserve. It feels like this is more career-oriented. You might be sort of like drumming randomly or trying to make music or listening to music and dancing or playing and pretending to play an instrument. Interesting, but it's like these kind of moments where Spirit's pushing you to have fun, to enjoy yourself, okay? The Empress. I mean, to go from the Emperor to the Empress is a balance or a need for a balance between your masculine and your feminine side as you plan, as you grow and change and develop and decide to give birth to something new. Thinking a lot about giving birth to something new within your love life as well, okay? The Nine of Swords and the Moon, all right? You're very emotional towards the end of the week about this not happening yet or just your lack of sleep. Feeling like you don't, there's something not, there's a lack of truth, right? Within that connection, or just feeling like the universe is just keeping a level of secrecy with you when it comes to what you're trying to give birth to, okay? A lot to weigh out, feeling like you're balancing a lot. And it's like you just trying to sort of weigh out pros and cons, go through a balancing act all the meanwhile, excuse me, on minimal sleep towards the end of the week. And I feel like someone's just very focused on the bags under their eyes, you know, from all the stress in their life. And it's like, you've been through a lot, okay? Even if you don't show it to all those people around you and you long for more. But get ready. It feels like things are changing, all right? If you go through a week where you're smiling for a lot of reasons, it's like you start the week stressing, reminded that you're abundant and things need to balance out as you plan and you get ready for a rebirth, I feel the need to say, giving birth to something new once again. And then you finish off the week feeling a bit emotional due to your lack of sleep and all you have going on. But you need to refine your schedule, right? Whether that means like right before bed, whether it means, you know, however it works for you, You know, are you drinking caffeine before bed? You know, whatever the case may be, allow yourself to make adjustments moving forward to sleep better, better, to feel more alive as you move into a fresh, brand new chapter. All right? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.